Good evening and welcome to Sunset News on this Tuesday evening. As always, we bring you news, community stories, economics, weather and sports. I am Aina Kweo. In the news tonight, political commentators say the Electoral Commission of Namibia should be more transparent in terms of how it manages its money. This follows a budgetary allocation of 438 million Namibian dollars. Amid calls, it states how the money is being used and for what. Political commentator Henning Melbe said it would be difficult to assess if the money on the elections was being spent efficiently. I cannot judge if this is sufficient and well spent, but voter registration is essential as a smooth election. I tend to assume that unfortunately more money is often allocated to less important matters, Melbe said. Melbe suggested a big monetary injection be made into the ECN and not only during election years. Therefore, investments in the ECN's institutional capacity should be made annually and not in election year, he said. Democratic Movement Secretary General Manuel Ngaringobe echoed Melbe's comments around transparency, saying more efforts should be made to illustrate how ECN manages its finances. Independent Patriots for Change spokesperson Ims Nashinge said election were an expensive undertaking in general. According to Nashinge, there is not enough transparency about how ECN spends the money it is given by the government, making evaluating its expenditure needs difficult. Landless People's Movement spokesperson Lifalanza Simata said more needs to be done to illustrate how ECN spends its money. Moving over to our next story, various discrepancies were revealed in an interim report by the legal representative of the Walvis Bay municipality into the appointment of Red Force Debt Management CC as the exclusive debt collector for the entity. This includes a potential disciplinary and criminal charges against suspended finance manager Franz Goteb and revenue and credit control manager Joanna Shidute. Furthermore, the report highlights flaws in the tender process, including exceeding financial thresholds and conflict of interest. Richard Metcalf of Metcalf Bierkes attorney explained that following protests by residents relating to Red Force activities, the town council unanimously resolved to terminate the services of the debt collector on the 23rd of April 2024. The report highlighted that the tender process was flawed and should have been referred to the Central Procurement Board. According to the report, an individual procurement plan was drafted by the General Manager of Finance Franz Goteb and submitted to Procurement Committee on the 23rd of February 2023. This was endorsed by the PC on the same day and approved by the accounting officer on the 14th of March 2023. Two bids were received, and on the 21st of April 2023, the Procurement Management Unit referred the evaluation to the Bid Evaluation Committee. The BEC met on the 17th of May to evaluate the bids, but were confounded on a technical scoring requirements, and Goteb was asked to explain how the BEC should proceed. A recommendation to appoint Red Force was made on a charge of a collection of fee of 10% to the customer and 2% to the council. Metcalf said that 12% of the 302 million Namibian dollars outstanding to the municipality is equivalent to 36 million Namibian dollars. Moving over to our next story. In pursuit of equitable student funding, the National African Student Association has opposed the Higher Education Ministry's decision to extend 10,000 Namibian dollars non-tuition fees to qualifying and eligible students, citing that it is less than what UNAM, NAST, and IUM students receive. The Higher Education Ministry and the Namibia Student Financial Assistance Fund last week announced a 50% increase in monetary students award for the 2024 academic year. At the occasion, Higher Education Minister Dr. Ita Kanji Murangi indicated that all students in higher education and training programs will be treated the same by receiving 10,000 Namibian dollars non-tuition fees for upkeep, set to increase to 17,000 Namibian dollars next year. NASA is disgruntled by this decision and believes it is unconstitutional and inconsistent with the NASFAF Act of 2000, as students from the University of Namibia, Namibia University of Science and Technology, and the International University of Management receive more. In a statement released last week, NASA spokesperson Eddie Edward Chihinga said the decision violates the equality the ministry wishes to achieve. The association opposes the unequal distribution of non-tuition fees to students as announced by the Minister Kanji Murangi. Students from UNAM, NAST, and IUM receive 17,000 Namibian dollars, which makes the 10,000 Namibian dollars slated for students from remaining institutions unfair, he said. You can read more on these stories in tomorrow's The Namibian Sun newspaper. After the break, we return with entertainment news. Stay with us.
Connection. It's in the human touch, the feeling of belonging. It inspires us and empowers us, creates clarity from complexity. It starts new conversations, unlocks the power of advice, and makes an impact on your life. At Alex Forbes, we pioneer insight to provide you with advice that connects your decisions of today to your impact tomorrow.
The Miss Namibia organization held a press conference earlier today at the Namibia Broadcasting Corporation studios to announce Ludrates as the host for Miss Namibia 2024 crowning event. The prestigious pageant will see Miss Teen and Miss Namibia crowned on Friday 19th July and Saturday 20th July respectively. Speaking at the event, NBC Director General Stanley Similo emphasized the broadcaster's vision when it acquired the rights to Miss Namibia. Our objective was to make the pageant a national event. It belongs to the people, Similo stated. He further highlighted the pageant's role in empowering young women, adding, in the world where the essence and importance of a young girl child are often subdued, we are deliberate about the direction this pageant must take. The event was also attended by Flaxman Samuel, the CEO of Ludrates Waterfront, who expressed the enthusiasm of the town for hosting the event. She noted that Miss Namibia 2024 top 10 finalists recently visited the Kavango Zambezi Transfrontier Conservation Area, a trip made possible by the sponsors. The Miss Namibia organization's effort to integrate the pageant into the national cultural fabric and highlight Namibia's scenic and cultural wealth are evident. As the countdown to the crowning event begins, Ludrates is preparing to welcome visitors and celebrate the achievements of young women. Have a look.
And it's a project that will have to go to all corners of our country. There should be no place in Namibia that is more important than the other. Because if that thinking would be in our minds, we would already be applying some form of discrimination. I'm happy to state that middle of July, this pageant will be held in Ludrates. And that is why we have Mr. Samuels here. He's been a great partner in making.
After the break, we return with Community Talk. Stay with us.
eTicket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there. For more information, contact events@nmh.com.na.
In Community Talk tonight, the Minister of Information, Communication and Technology, Emma Theophilus, officially commissioned 3 network towers for the Ikumwe, Mutikila and Nakabolelwa villages in the Zambezi region. The ICT Minister noted that building these towers will bridge the digital divide, especially in education and health, by aiding students in underserved areas and offering crucial medical services to patients. This is significant as only half of the population currently has access to internet. We are committed to harnessing the power of technology, promoting digital literacy and ensuring access to citizen-centric digital public services. Beatrice Amadila, CEO of Powercom, confirmed that the installation of the 80-meter guide lattice tower would require $5 million Namibian and is scheduled for completion by September the 30th, 2024. Unlike self-supporting towers, guide structures are lighter and more affordable to assemble and install. This makes them suitable for the specific geographical areas, Amadila explained. He further clarified that the project is just one among several, emphasizing that their initial invention was to build approximately 29 network towers across the country, totaling $32.5 million Namibian in expenses, with 70% of the plan already completed. Amadila mentioned that the company has already constructed 2 towers in the Zambezi region, one in Katima Mulilo and another in Kongola. After the break, we return with economic news. Stay with us. In economic news tonight, the Ministry of Health and Social Services says it spent $18 million Namibian towards acquiring land for the construction of the new Windhoek District Hospital, with a referral hospital also planned for Ondangwa. According to Health and Social Services Minister Kalumbi Shangula, this is the beginning of a broader plan to upgrade the country's health infrastructure, with more hospitals planned for Ochuarongo, Kurenkuru, Ondangwa and the Oshana region. The minister explained that the land for Ochuarongo project has been secured through a purchase of $5 million Namibian, with the transfer of ownership to the ministry having already been finalized. In Ondangwa, a referral hospital is planned on a donated site. However, the ministry will need to compensate the current occupants for vacating the premises, with an estimated cost of $2 million Namibian. Out of the 27 state hospitals, the country has 5 referral hospitals, including Windhoek Central, which is considered a national referral facility, while Katutura, Oshakati, Onanjokwe and Rundu facilities are intermediate hospitals. And now let's have a look at our economic indicators. The Namibian dollar trades for 23 Namibian dollars 67 cents to 1 British pound, 19 Namibian dollars 99 cents to 1 euro, 18 Namibian dollars 65 cents to 1 US dollar. One commodity have increased in price, that is gold with 0.15%, platinum, copper and Brent crude oil have all dropped with 1.82%, 1.35% and 0.55% respectively. After the break, we return with international news.
Introducing 061 Express, brought to you by Synergy in proud partnership with Windhoek Express. Here's your chance to make your voice heard to celebrate the businesses that make Windhoek exceptional. From your favorite coffee spot to the salon that always gets your style just right. It's time to shine a spotlight on the gems of our city. Over the next 8 weeks, it's your chance to vote for your favorites to recognize the best of the best. Nominations open on the 25th of April and close on the 5th of May. To nominate your favorite business, simply save this number 085 785 6231 and WhatsApp hashtag 061 Express or scan the QR code below and follow the on-screen instructions. By nominating your favorites, you're not only supporting local businesses, but you also stand a chance to win your share of 50,000 Namibian dollars in cash. The voting process will be the same as the nominations process, using the Synergy chatbot and the hashtag 061 Express. Voting opens on June 5th and closes on June 23rd. Make sure to cast your votes for the best of the best. The winners will be announced on June 28th. 061 Express, celebrating the heartbeat of Windhoek. Get ready to make
In international news tonight, the wreck of a plane carrying Malawi's vice president has been found with no survivors. President Lazarus Chakwera has said Saulo Chilima and 9 others were flying within the country on Monday morning when their aircraft disappeared from airport's radar. The plane, a military aircraft, was flying in bad weather. Soldiers had been searching Chikagawa forest overnight and into the morning to find the plane. In a news briefing on Tuesday, President Chakwera said the Malawi Defense Force commander informed him that the search and the rescue operation had been completed and the plane was found. Chakwera said he was deeply saddened and sorry to inform Malawans of the tragedy. He said the rescue team found the aircraft destroyed. May their soul continue to rest in peace. Let's have a look at the weather predictions. Rakana and Tsumeb can expect a minimum of 17 degrees, while Katima, Mulilo and Rundu can expect a minimum of 7 degrees. Windhoek and Gobabis can expect a minimum of 8 degrees. Keetmanshoop can expect a maximum of 26 degrees. That also includes Walvis Bay and Mariental. Henties Bay can expect a maximum of 28 degrees, while Ludrets is at 25 degrees. After the break, we take a look at the sports package courtesy of SportsRep.
Are you tired of just hanging around at home while waiting for something to do? Check out eticket.diary.my.na for what's hot on the social scene across the country. Or if you're arranging an event you'd like us to feature, contact Jareen at we.com.na. We can sell your tickets too.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, and we start off with cricket. T20 World Cup for men continuing in the West Indies and also United States of America. Game played, it was South Africa had a tough game against Bangladesh, that was in Group D. Importantly for South Africa, they won the game by 4 runs and they stay unbeaten after 3 games in Group D. So at the moment South Africa with 6 league points after the 3 games. Bangladesh and the Netherlands have both played 2 games and they've got 2 points each, and it is Bangladesh and the Netherlands that will play on Thursday, and that game will be in Barbados. South Africa against Bangladesh, it was played again in New York on a difficult pitch. It's a drop-in pitch, so it's very uneven. South Africa scoring 113 for the loss of 6 wickets in their 20 overs. Heinrich Klaasen scoring 46 runs. And then it was Bangladesh that came close, 109 for 7 they finished. And it was the hero for South Africa's Kasef Maharaj. He took 3 wickets for 27 runs in 4 overs. But he was the hero because he defended 11 runs in the last over. He even took 2 wickets, South Africa winning by 4 runs. Continuing with cycling news, it is the Tour de Suisse that's taking place. Still early in the tour, it was stage 2 that was completed. That's from Vedas to Regensdorf. The winner was Brian Concard. He's from France. It was a sprint finish. He won in 4 hours, 6 minutes and 39 seconds. Second, Michael Matthews from Australia, and then Anat Deli from Germany. He was in 3rd position, and that was stage 2 over 177 kilometers. General classifications, it's Yves Lampert from Germany that's leading at the moment, with Ethan Hayter. He's in 2nd position. He's from England, just 4 seconds behind the leader. And Joe Almeida is also a few seconds, 4 seconds behind in 3rd position. And so the 3rd stage will be from Steinmar to Rasblikon. That will be 161 kilometers. That is the Tour de Suisse continuing. To close off today's international sports news, it is soccer news. It is FIFA World Cup qualifiers for Africa that take place. It is Burkina Faso that was held to a 2-2 draw by Sierra Leone. Not a good result for Burkina Faso. They had a chance to go top of their group. That was Group A. In Group I, it was a hat-trick by Jordan Ayew that saw the lot leaders Ghana. They beat Central African Republic in a tough game by 4 games to 3. And then in Group G, also a game played. That was Mozambique. That was too strong for Guinea. That was a late goal by Jenny Cantamo, and the score there was 1-0. That was in favor of Mozambique. That is FIFA World Cup qualifiers taking place at the moment. That's international sports news for today. Hope you have a great sport day, and we talk international sport again tomorrow. Goodbye.
Introducing 061 Express, brought to you by Synergy in proud partnership with Windhoek Express. Here's your chance to make your voice heard to celebrate the businesses that make Windhoek exceptional. From your favorite coffee spot to the salon that always gets your style just right. It's time to shine a spotlight on the gems of our city. Over the next 8 weeks, it's your chance to vote for your favorites to recognize the best of the best. Nominations open on the 25th of April and close on the 5th of May. To nominate your favorite business, simply save this number, 085-785-6231, and WhatsApp #061Express or scan the QR code below and follow the on-screen instructions. By nominating your favorites, you're not only supporting local businesses, but you also stand a chance to win your share of 50,000 Namibian dollars in cash. The voting process will be the same as the nominations process, using the Synergy chatbot and the #061Express. Voting opens on June 5th and closes on June 23rd. Make sure to cast your votes for the best of the best. The winners will be announced on June 28th. 061Express, celebrating the heartbeat of Windhoek. Get ready to make your mark.
eTicket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there. For more information, contact events@nmh.com.
And with that, we've come to the end of tonight's broadcast. Make sure you join Sunset News on Facebook, on all NMH platforms on weekdays, as well as on our website, which is called oneup2.com. Sunset News screens on DSTV channel 285 and GoTV 25 every weekday from 7:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. This has been Sunset News. Please don't end your day without us. Good night.